Today in Cruiseman's garage, we're installing a SuperBrace fork stabilizer on this Triumph Bonneville T100. The SuperBrace is made in the USA from billet aluminum. It comes in an anodized black or a high polished aluminum. We're installing the black one on this T100. The tools needed for this project are a 5mm hex wrench, 5mm hex socket, 6mm socket, a ratchet, and a torque wrench. Before we start, make sure you have the correct SuperBrace for your year and make and model of motorcycle. Your bike should be upright with the wheel facing perfectly forward. Now you can use a center stand if you have one. If not, you can place a piece of wood underneath the kickstand. Use a 6mm socket to loosen the axle pinch bolt on the right front fork. Separate the two halves of the SuperBrace by removing the four 5mm hex bolts. Once the bolts are removed, you can separate the two halves of the SuperBrace. Next, we need to lift the rubber gaiter off of both front fork tubes as shown. Now we're ready to install the SuperBrace. You'll notice that the inside of the SuperBrace has been machined so that it fits perfectly over the top of the lower fork tubes. Once you get the front half installed, go ahead and line up the rear half of the SuperBrace as shown. Now you can install the four 5mm bolts and hand tighten, and then once these are in, you can use a torque wrench to tighten these bolts to 10 foot-pounds. You can now slip the fork gaiter bottoms back down over the top of the SuperBrace. It is very important that you retighten and torque your axle pinch bolts to the factory torque specs for your motorcycle. Before you ride, compress the front forks several times to make sure nothing's in a bind.